What is the vision of the Universal Peace Federation, which you represent, for transcending the historical conflicts of the clash of civilizations?
Well, the vision of the Universal Peace Federation comes from the philosophy of Reverend Sun Myung Moon. His philosophy can be basically described in one principle, which is to live for the sake of others. I exist for you. I exist for the other, rather than having the other sacrifice for me. The Universal Peace Federation, that was founded only a year ago on the foundation of another organization, which was the Interreligious Federation for World Peace, an organization that comes on the foundation of more than 70 years of work of Father Moon in many, many fields. All fields of religion, the fields of media, the fields of academia, the fields of politics, business, sports, the arts, you name it. On that foundation, UPF was created. UPF today has about 80,000 ambassadors for peace. Who are these people? Some are either incumbent prime ministers or presidents or heads of state of the country. Some are former. Some serve as ambassadors in the past. They are incumbent ambassadors in Washington or in Paris and at the UN. Some are senators, congressmen. Some are top religious leaders. Some are journalists, editors, owners of newspapers. Some are dancers. Some are choreographers. Some are sports winners, gold medal winners. In every field, every race, every nationality, 180 countries, we have people at the leadership positions on their own right, from the neighborhood all the way to the UN, who are ambassadors for peace. This force has adopted the values that Reverend Moon is teaching of live for the sake of others in order to change the way the world is functioning, including the way the UN is functioning. Everyone agrees that the world as it is cannot continue. Everyone agrees that I can make a difference. As a lawyer, as a doctor, as a community leader, as someone who has a kitchen and is feeding the homeless, as a teacher, as a professor, as a worker, it doesn't matter. That we can make a difference. And that we have to come together, bringing the goodwill of humanity. The goodwill of humanity is not the monopoly of one particular religion or race or nationality. The goodwill is everywhere. So Father Moon has this incredible inspiration from heaven to bring in the goodwill of humanity in the form of ambassadors for peace from the top to the bottom, and to be visible, be active in communities all over the world, and to create councils. You will see this. Councils being created in every nation, beginning from councils in the community of people who manifest a selfless commitment to the community, giving up a lot of ambitions of the past, a lot of old thinking in which they were using whatever resources they had for themselves. Now they're thinking in doing it for the community, following a system of values in which Father Moon teaches to be a filial piety in the family, a patriot for the nation, a saint for the world, and a divine son and daughter of heaven and earth. In other words, you can go as far as you want to go to become a son and daughter of God, regardless of your religious affiliation, regardless of your God. All of us can become like that. So we have to become visible and active in communities, in the rural areas, in communities all over the world, in 180 countries, create councils at the community level, at the state level, at the national level, regional level, the global level, and organize ourselves in order to effect changes in the way the world is conducting their affairs.
Tell us about the core values or principles of Ambassadors for Peace.
In order to be an ambassador for peace, first of all, you have to have, if not a public-minded position, at least to be predisposed to think of the purpose of the whole rather than the purpose of the individual. To be aware of the necessity and the role that you can play as a public-minded person. So there are basically 5 principles that everyone is called to follow or to believe in. The first one is that there is one God, the Creator, and He is the parent of all humanity. If that is true, that means that Africans, Indonesians, Russians are my brothers and sisters. They are part of my family because there is one parenthood of God that looks after the whole of humanity. The second principle is that human beings are essentially spiritual in nature. We are essentially spiritual beings, rather than animals with instinct. Yes, we do come from the animal kingdom as the base, but we are not animals. We are spiritual beings. And the most important things for humans is spiritual. It's not the physical. Though the world tried to make us believe that the most essential and most important things are physical, they're not. The third principle is that the family is the school of love and a cornerstone of world peace. We have to rescue the family. Which family? All families. The Muslim family, the Catholic family, the Jewish family, the believer family and the non-believer family. The family is the cornerstone to world peace and is the cradle of civilization. Why? Because it's the school of true love. It's the school of love. The love you learn in the family, you manifest it as you move into the community, into the city, into whatever you do in the nation and eventually in the world. The fourth principle, this is very important, is that live for the sake of others is the highest standard of human relations. Father Moon teaches that before the creation of the cosmos, before the Creator put in motion the creation of the world, He created first the principle of live for the sake of others as a nucleus. After that, He created that principle, He began to create upon that nucleus. The final principle for Ambassadors for Peace is interreligious work and cooperation are essential in world peace. We cannot secure world peace without having respect for the other religious beliefs and as much as possible have interaction with them in a positive way, looking for what is universal. We sustain and we keep what is parochial, what is unique in a place, in a time, that may not be universal, but it's important for our beliefs. But we look for what is universal, that we can share and build upon that, so we can have
common ground, essentially.
Common grounds for Hindus, for Muslims, for Baha'is, for Catholics, and within Christianity, all the different denominations, Jews, and so forth and so forth. They have to find the common grounds and dedicate themselves to cooperate with each other and to work together to build a new world.